Hey, so welcome to the next video in the flow training program. So in this video, we're going to be looking at the second striking technique, which is the knee strike. So in the first series, we looked at the elbow strike, which I said is my favorite of all the striking techniques for self-defense. The main reason, the knee technique, as you're going to see, is extremely effective. But the reason I prefer the elbow technique as far as teaching it is simply because it's easier to learn. The knee strike is a super effective technique. The main difference being that in order to perform this well, you have to lift up your leg, which means you're balancing on one leg. As soon as you're balancing on one leg, obviously balance and instability becomes a factor. So that's the main differentiator between the elbow strike and the knee strike. But I still want to teach the knee strike because it's an incredibly effective technique. It's not that hard to learn, but it does require a little extra work and a little extra ability to balance yourself. Okay? So in this video, we're actually going to review the basic technique. And then in the next video, we're going to talk about the applications and all the different ways it can be used in a self-defense situation. So the main things to focus on when using the knee strike, first of all, is how do you position your feet? Especially because you're going to be balancing on one leg, it's really important that your feet start off in the right position. So again, we're always working with that same stance, right? So your feet are shoulder width apart. You want to have your left foot forward if you're right-handed. Reverse this if you're a lefty. So left foot forward, right foot back, shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, hands up, right? That's the position we're always going to use when we're teaching basically any striking technique in this program. Okay? So with this knee strike, now the way I'm going to teach it and the way you're going to practice it is not necessarily the way you're going to eventually apply it. Most of the time when you're hitting with a knee strike, you're actually holding on to something. You're holding on to your opponent, right? But right now we're just going to practice without holding on to anything. But we can simulate what it's going to feel like if you were to pull someone towards you while hitting with that knee strike. Okay? So feet are shoulder width apart, knees are slightly bent, hands are up. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to grab. All right, so you're going to simulate like you're grabbing someone right here. Now, as you pull that person towards you, your back knee is going to come up. Okay, so I'm in position, I grab, and I pull as my knee comes up. So as the knee is coming up, some things you want to watch out for. One, how comfortable, how balanced do you feel on your supporting leg? If you feel off balance, there's a good chance that your feet are coming too close together, kind of like this. All right, so what you want is you want to make sure that this left foot is always staying slightly on the outside of your target so that you have a wide base to make sure you don't fall off balance. The other thing to look out for is as you're lifting that knee up, you want to make sure that you're pointing your toes down. That's going to help to get that nice bend in the leg so you get that nice pointy knee at the end of your strike. The last thing that I'm going to mention is, not the last thing I'm going to mention, but another thing to focus on is as the knee's coming up, you can bend back just a little bit. You don't want to go too far back, but what you don't want to do is end up falling forward because then you're going to be off balance. Since your knee is going up this way, by leaning back a little bit, you're just creating a nice balance with your upper body, so that there's less chance of you falling over. Okay? And the last thing I guess also is as you're pulling this back, think that you want to clear this arm next to you this way, right? So that's going to create that extra little hip turn so you get more power on that knee strike. All right, so let's review it one more time. So you're in a good stance, right? Knees bent, feet shoulder width apart, hands are up. You reach, grab, pull towards you, and as you're pulling towards you, I want you to bring that knee up. Okay? So, in order to be more comfortable with this, you need to practice. So what I'm going to suggest is right now we're going to do 10 knee strikes with your right leg, with your right knee. Then we're going to switch, and we're going to try the same thing with the left side. All right? So get in position, hands up, grab, and pull for 1. Grab and pull for 2. Grab and pull for 3. Grab 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, now, same thing. Now you switch your feet, exactly the same position, except now your right foot is on the front and it's slightly off to the side. So now you're going to grab, pull, and hit with the left. 1, 2, 3. It's normal. 4, that you feel slightly more uncomfortable with this side because it's not the side you're used to using. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay? So I want to make sure that you're seeing this correctly, so I'm going to actually turn this way so you get a slightly different angle. And I just want you to notice as I'm pulling, this knee comes up, and then my hands come right back up. So I grab, I pull, hands come back up. I grab, I pull, hands come back up. I'm going to do a quick demo with this side also. Grab, pull, hands up, 2, and 3. Okay, so that is the basic knee strike. In the next video, we're going to talk about different applications, and I'm going to show you how to actually grab onto a person when you're using this technique. We're also going to focus on what targets you need to hit. Okay, as usual, if you have any questions or comments, please message me, and I look forward to the next video. Peace.